register and get your voter's ID card. My brothers and sisters, our young people, fellow countrymen and women, it is no secret that Ghana, our beloved country, is currently grappling with a severe economic crisis. More than ever before, the lives of our ladies and gentlemen, good morning and thank you for joining me on this Facebook Live session. I come before you as the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress to advocate for a cause, an upcoming exercise that goes to the heart of our democracy. The limited voter registration exercise will give the opportunity to those who have become eligible to vote to place their names on the voters register. It will also allow for those replacing lost voters ID cards an opportunity to transfer your vote from where you currently have it to a new polling station. In a nutshell, I'm here to encourage you, wherever you are in Ghana or beyond, that if you do not have a voter ID card, especially if you've just turned 18, please take advantage of this exercise, which starts on September the 12th, 2023. Start making the necessary arrangements to register and get your voter's ID card. My brothers and sisters, our young people, fellow countrymen and women, it is no secret that Ghana, our beloved country, is currently grappling with a severe economic crisis. More than ever before, the lives of our people today are defined by a daily struggle to eke out a living. We're seeing our daily cost of living skyrocket, and job opportunities are becoming more difficult by the day. Our people, the youth, the elderly, drivers, market women, civil servants, security personnel, teachers, journalists, nurses, and doctors are all experiencing a sense of hopelessness on a scale never witnessed in recent memory. This dire situation calls for urgent action, and the most powerful tool at our disposal is our right to vote. President Akufo-Addo and his administration have failed to address the pressing economic challenges they have exerted on the people of our country, misapplying our precious, scarce resources and overspending on their creature comforts and largesse instead of building the critical infrastructure this country needs for job creation and development. Their promises during their campaigns have not been fulfilled, leaving the ordinary Ghanaian burdened with the consequences of their incompetence, cluelessness, and shameless arrogance. Today, some Ghanaians glorify and make excuses for corruption because the NPP has allowed it to permeate every facet of our society. This must never be accepted as the norm. It hinders progress on many fronts, denying our youth of opportunities that should have come their way if state resources were meaningfully applied. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot afford to let this dire state of affairs continue. Registering and acquiring a voter ID card to vote in the December 2024 presidential and parliamentary elections is not just a basic civic duty, it is an obligation. As a people, our starting point to effect real change in our country is to register and vote. You and I have a collective responsibility to use our votes wisely to hold our leaders accountable and demand the change we desperately need. It is the surest way to secure our democracy. As young people, we must hold immense power in our hands. The upcoming limited voter registration exercise by the Electoral Commission is therefore an opportunity to start the process towards making your voices heard and shaping the future of our dear country, Ghana. Your vote in 2024 will symbolize your desire for a better Ghana, a determination to overcome the challenges we face, and your commitment to help build the Ghana we want together. A Ghana that guarantees you, your children, your siblings, and our unborn generations a brighter, sustainable future with well-paying jobs. But That will only happen when you acquire a voter's ID card and cast your vote for the NDC in that crucial election on December 7th, 2024. I wish to add my voice to those who have called on the EC to reconsider its decision to restrict the registration exercise to its district offices only. Acquiring a voter ID card affirms one's right to vote, and access to a voter ID card should be easy and not limited by location. Every Ghanaian deserves the chance to exercise this democratic right. I strongly urge the Electoral Commission to facilitate the registration exercise in all its electoral areas to allow for easy access and a reduced burden on the citizenry in their quest to register.
Wonim asumra ekura edi asumra chi wonim kura edi kasapia chi nti sankofo so obia so twero ne di onfa nipa miensa nka no no onforo ka mra goso na wode ka sika ba be jakwan so hana mesra no on hwe sabe mere ya otimi wo Jesus ma yen Wama confusion bi amma o manu emra befa oba so mesra no so tiamia onsesa sa asem na waka no no ma emmen no obia ntimi nkotwero didin e se wanhwe yi a no obi wo sika wo ba bia wo wa akiri nti so no akofa bus e de so ankofo mo mbeto abetwero mo din kwa na chese wo so om to abama no e bia no sa nipa no so kra ne empedo enso wona na wo sika yekoto abanoma no wie no okototo pa so a na ye ho anu aye ye keta hwehwe no aye ka no a eno a na ne ye da so aye ka masre afa mi a me papa masre no nanado mpane chew me sada me sayem ontwe ne ho mfiri ni gefo asem mesre no ontwe ne ho mfiri ho if you will be a free say Nigeria for the soldier for ba ya baba Ghana country bia or support to bia on the soldier for no baba Ghana ha and o ma free ha akoni je ho and nanu ya kura mpa omunya mfa ma ye hwe je ne bo ya tinsuom so ya ntimi nua je ne ya hwe je ne bo ti abasre so omuni asoja fo no ntena se na nhihye bia wo so omuni ye nya ya sondwie no ne ntena ya sondwie mu saa sabe den kura ya si tire ni tire nkan ne so obi mefa nkodi emu odin kura Ghana ya tie mo sondwie o pre wo nyame ba hye ne wan mo nyam ye wo obi o Ghana ha adura no na nsuo nko an onom na odeda enso ade atime kye no o me enko tutuo bia me hayen israwo ya wo mre adwumadie onyame somaye si emedi no Ghana ha no emra no menko mu bi kura mra no wo manim bebre mo me matututuo bia me ho me bibia ama me metwa dwumadie a wo se medima go so dima hafo ansa na mekọ amakọ timi gina sa kwanya we so ade asre Ghana mai si enyina yenya abotre ahafo mai yenyina yenya abotre ne kan ho mom na nanom ma hene abremponom dikrofo yenyina yankan ehumom ma ahafo enko nanim nyame onhira obia.
The motorway is no longer a fast and easy route to Accra or Tema. It has been ravaged by serious potholes and cracks that even drivers have to navigate their way through the road. Now right here is a toll booth from Accra to Tema, currently taped. It looks like a crime scene. That is because several cars have run into the toll booth.
We have so many potholes on the motorway, and sadly sometimes how they have managed the motorway, we don't like it because quota and cement cannot mix together. But I don't know why they have been using quota to patch all the holes.
The 19-kilometer stretch was constructed during the administration of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. The road links the harbour city of Tema to Accra. Motorists who ply the stretch have continuously called on government to repair dangerous potholes on the stretch.
They don't put any light for inside, then the light goes so say something they here it be big, they no do am. So that those things all they cause accident for the toll booth, it's no fine. The government for looks up, then make the toll booth for work back, then all the thing go calm down small.
And if the toll booth they are not able to use it, they must remove it from the road for us so that we also can get a road to pass through.
These potholes have become deadly. Many drivers have fallen victims to these potholes. To add salt to the injury, abandoned toll booths have become death traps.
3 days today, I have some serious accident over here. Some trailer be from Accra to Tema. We have accident over here. Serious accident has been going on the motorway.
It's a death trap road now, because since I'm using this motorway, I didn't face any problem before, like what happened last Saturday.
As government prepares to reconstruct the motorway, motorists who ply the stretch have called on government to also consider regular maintenance of the road.
What is the urgency to fix this? How long should motorists, drivers and commuters go under such danger before authorities come in to fix this? Reporting for Metro News, I am Zoe Anita Ode, Tema Motorway, Accra.
Now shifting the source of funding, virtually completed negotiations. We are getting reinforced designs and things like that. And soon, that is why I said, will come back on stream. This is where we go to. And the contractor is even still on site. Only that fund flow has made it slow down a little bit. But we are shifting the source of funding, and soon some good work will commence in La. And that.
About 5 years ago, the La General Hospital that you see behind me was demolished, was razed down, because health authorities had called that there were some infrastructural challenges, so it had to be brought down and redeveloped. Now later on, the president cut short. It's been about 3 years and nothing has been done. How have the residents been faring with their health challenges? Where do they go to? Are they served well as they were here? How have you been managing your home, your family? If somebody is sick, where do you go to? Which hospital is the best for your health care needs around?
In fact, it's been very bad for the residents around here, because this hospital was very closer to us, and if there's any slightest problem or any maybe health issue, we quickly rush down here. It was really good for us here alone. But since the place was raised down, we normally far away to the place like Lekma Hospital, sometimes the police hospital, sometimes Kolebu, and then really sometimes it's very tiresome. And maybe if the sickness is very serious, you might die even on the way before getting the place.
Now, since the sword was cut that you are going to start work soon, have you seen any government officials, health officials on the ground that showed that something was going to be done?
We've not seen anybody yet here. What we saw, those who we saw initially were some trucks who were bringing these sandstones and then iron rods.
How long was that?
Oh, I think it's about 3 years now, 3 or more. They came and then they started, that's what they started demolishing. No, they brought some things in here, some cement and blocks. So what we realized they were doing was raising rather the fence wall, and then also erecting some building there opposite the mortuary. So we thought they were going to start, but as of now, nothing is going on. What is going on now is about the security personnel in there, and the place is even weedy. You can't even go in and get grass cutter and all those things in there now.
Yeah, we start to say Ridge, and 37, and police hospital, and Kanesh hospital. Now, semi Yari, and you're rushing me to call Kanesh on a clinic. It's a clinic no hanka. I say, you're the Mikohon, but you're rushing me to call Kanesh on a clinic. And to say, dear Amaya, and some because you know, Obia or Moody Johnny, or Mooney have you. Or more Obia business, I say, and to say, dear, you send a baby. After the BT so say assassin and ni papa sassy. Nan crasa says to me questions for assassin so say ni papa dear.
When you look at where the health facility is located, it's like it's in an estate, a community, so like a community hospital, which is a good one. But this one that it has been demolished, we cannot tell. We really cannot tell. So my name is Stage. Upon
that fund flow has made it slow down a little bit. but we are shifting the source of funding, and soon some good work will commence in La. And that will relieve me a lot from the criticisms that I've faced for pulling down La. That was virtually collapsing itself. La and Shama, we got funding. Unfortunately, something happened. We couldn't continue that way, and we got it stuck there. If you can show us a slide for La, for example, we started working seriously on La, and we still have contractors' material sitting on site. We are now shifting the source of funding. We virtually completed negotiations. We are getting reinforced designs and things like that. And soon, that is why I said La will come back on stream. This is where we got to. And the contractor is even still on site. Only that funds flow has made it slow down a little bit. But we are shifting the source of funding, and soon some good work will commence in La. And that will relieve me a lot from the criticisms that I've faced for pulling down La. That was virtually collapsing itself.
I think it very much depends on the level of confidence or trust that the police had before this leak of the recorded incident. If you look at the latest Afrobarometer survey that was released in January this year, it showed that 72% of the Ghanaians that were interviewed said they had no or little trust in the police. Only.
I'll tell you, I've got my shit. No, we will not go anything and look. Your share and our share need to come one place. What I'm saying is that because I wanted to tell you. We are telling us to shoot. Listen, I come. They are telling us when you get your share, we will know. Look, I don't want old man to know that I'll come and use lie to him. He give the appointment I was going for my back kick. That's how it's going to look. I don't want that thing to happen. But that's why I'll call you. Come. Let me if but you are coming to keep quiet. You are telling lies again. So now you are going to he's going to say it. He wants me what I want. And I'm also assuring Chama that woman listen, I swear God, what I plan like Chama know my head. I swear God. Then from Monday to Friday, because our entry shows that they will give you money. If they didn't give us, I'll not come here. I'll go. I swear, I'll go and tell President, we brought you Dampari for you. They give you contract, and the Dampari do this. So Olma should not trash you. Not trash you. Do. Fine. And I'll go and let the issue go.
He said he's calling SK. So
SK, I went there with you. Yes. When I came out, what did I tell you in the car? Didn't I tell you that Michael has surprised me? That Dampari said.
Giving the money. Yes.
Did I?
Yes.
That I should call him. Since then, I think we don't call.
No.
So if I don't know anything, then I was shocked. And that's why I wanted to call you. My brother, this come on before you shouldn't be there. This is when I went to see Dampari. This is what he told me. It's the day we came and asked you about the CV. The CV. You told us that you are not getting anything with Dampari. And we make an investigation. Dampari is paying you. One. How much? Is paying you 10,000. Yes. No, wait. No. When you are speaking, I keep quiet.
Look, please. No, but don't tell me he paid me 10,000. He doesn't pay me. He's the police.
No, it's not police. It's not police paying you.
Well, I don't know. I received 10,000 from police, and they told me the security work I'm doing as a paramount chief to complex area. When there's a problem, I report to them.
Look, Chairman, all this kind of
I don't want to talk to you. I'm telling you that.
No, listen. When you are speaking,
listen, I'm not interested. I've managed to do somebody to talk to young somebody. Was it Ben Kofi? Ben Kofi. Was it Ben Kofi? Ben Kofi. The contract was. I'll tell you, I've got my shit.
No, we will not go anything and look. Your share and our share need to come one place.
What I'm saying is that because I wanted to tell you. Now we know close to IGP, and I told the person that look, if this boy reported IGP and I'm invited, I'm going to say the truth, and I don't want embarrassment. He should tell IGP whatever he can do to help you, to get something for you, for you are sweating it, he should do it. The person went and came back to tell me that I should give them next week. He's going to talk to IGP, and if we talk to him, he will make sure IGP at least do something for you. What they will do, I'm not yet knowing. So if he go about there, you will disgrace me. You will spoil my name. It is you and your God. If you want peace, we don't use violence to get to achieve your aim. We use dialogue. After all, me, I don't know IGP. I was in my office, you brought IGP. And I didn't want to ask me to do IGP. IGP promised God I never get it.
It's the day we came and asked you about the CV. The CV. You told us that you are not getting anything with Dampari. And we make an investigation. Dampari is paying you. One.
How much?
Is paying you 10,000.
Yes.
No, wait. No. When you are speaking, I keep quiet.
Look, please. But don't tell me he paid me 10,000. He doesn't pay me. He's the police.
No, it's not police. It's not police paying you.
Well, I don't know. I received 10,000 from police, and they told me the security work I'm doing as a paramount chief to complex area. When there's a problem, I report to them.
Look, Chairman. All this kind of
I don't want to talk to you. I'm telling you that.
No, listen. When you are speaking,
listen, I'm not interested. I've managed to do somebody to talk to young somebody. He told me next week, by next Friday, I'll hear from them. If you want, wait. If you don't want, go ahead to destroy me. Get up.
Chairman.
After I'm a human being.
Chairman, listen.
No, I don't want to. I'm getting out of anger. Everywhere they call me about you.
Yes, the reason why they recall you, you are not being truthful to us. Because we talk.
I don't want to.
You take you like our father.
Okay. I don't want
that. If you don't want that, fine. Tomorrow morning you will see me at the Parliament House. If your brother call me and I think you are chief, you are reasonable, you talk to me as your son. But if you want to go buga buga, I'm a head of buga buga. You know what I can do. If not your brother and this thing, look, I'll go Poladumochi radio station and give all the audios. They are not paying you because of you are. Is that only you have as a paramount chief in this country? How much the police pay them? He bribe you. He give you a contract. Look, I go send you audio where you are. Where the day I ask you how many slot Dampari give you. You told me it's how much. It's selling. What work do you do for Dampari? He give you slot. Massa, don't provoke me, Chairman. Your brother called me to calm me down. But when you are telling me that, I swear God, right now, I'm going to release the video on.
You know, close to IGP. And I told the person. Was it Ben Kofi? Ben Kofi. The contract was awarded to Ben Kofi. And Ben Kofi gave the contract to him. So, it is not the contract, me and him, we know about IGP giving him the contract. That contract didn't come. Look at what they are telling me now. So, this particular contract, the job was given to Ben Kofi. And Ben Kofi also intend subletting it to him. So I say now. So tell me, are you still bringing any money for me to give to the boys? Or what? Because you said you got some calls from even vice president of people to call you. Me, I don't know how they get your number. But me, I called them. I called your sister. Your sister told me the contract was ready. They are now going to production. Now, I went to IG to say the contract was completed. If you don't want trouble, bring the money for me to give to the boys. Otherwise, I cannot guarantee you the problem.
Him and he said he was going to meet him at Kiko to go and see the president. We are all here and support. For all due respect, I wouldn't want to answer this question. Thank you.
You see, Commissioner, this particular statement is on the tape. This part, what he was trying to, bring your attention to is your voice recording. Are you distancing yourself from your own voice? That's what it means, you know. So please, did you say this or not?
Mr. Chairman, I want him to repeat the question.
I didn't hear that. Can you repeat it? I want you to repeat the question.
I should repeat the question. Oh. You stated that, I'm quoting exactly what you said, verbatim quotation. Yes, he's aware. I told him, General Secretary, if you don't take care, you will take the party to opposition and you will be the West General Secretary. The next elections, you will lose because you came when we are in power and you couldn't help us the way we want. I gave him all the and I asked whether you made the statement. Mr. Chairman, yes, I did. And so when you said you came when we were in power, what exactly were you referring to? Mr. Chairman, I was referring to the General Secretary's party.
That's the MPP.
That's the MPP, is that correct? That is so. And then when you said we, you meant that you were part of the MPP, is that correct? I am a sympathizer of the MPP. So you are not a member, you are a sympathizer. Is that what you're saying to this committee? Yes, Mr. Chairman. I've said it already. Okay. We want the record to capture that today you have indicated to us that you are not a member of the MPP but a sympathizer. I want that to reflect on our records. Again,
you also spoke about
what is the difference between the ordinary thief and the political thief? Number one, the ordinary thief steals your money, your bag, your watch, and your jewelry, isn't it? But the political thief steals your future, your career, your education, your health, and your business. Number two, the hilarious part is that the ordinary thief will choose whom to rob. But you are the one who choose the political thief to rob you. Because we choose them. We vote them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our job, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi, inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now.
Right, hello, good morning and welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. It's a Friday, the 8th day of September 2023. By His grace, we are live and we're here. We're yet another edition of the show. Our gratitude to go to the Most High God for the rare privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making around here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly, but let's take a look at the front pages of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. Milo Marathon cries for lifeline. Athletes in limbo. Please, let's save this. Let's save this. Let's save this Milo Marathon. Please. Please. Corporate Ghana. Let's do this. 232 mortuaries operate illegally. Interdiction of 3 police officers premature. Security experts. And the constituency watch this week is on the Yendi constituency. It says seat of Dagbon with untapped potential. Ghanaian Times, fallout of leaked tape. Police interdict 3 top officers. COP Mensa directed to hand over authority badge, weapon, accoutrement and vehicle. PSGH appeals to government to employ pharmacists. Ghana, Colombia sign pact to deepen bilateral ties. 5 opposition political parties go to court over limited voter registration. Portion of Ghana-Burkina Faso road washed away at Kalio. Daily Guide. IGP fires COP Mensa and 2 others over leaked tape. Join us, NDC invites Alan. Ghana qualify for AFCON. Mahama accuses MPP of corruption. Limited voter registration. NDC sues EC. New Weekend Crusading Guide. Please go bonkers in Tano North. Arrest farmers for protesting against Newmont's distraction. 5 parties drag EC to Supreme Court over limited voter registration exercise. CSO's Lord CRM implementation. Second Lady Samira Baumia writes, Accra as the World Book Capital, all Ghana a stage. Be ahead in legislation. Sir Nigel Bodman urges government at second Kojo Bentiential Annual Memorial Lecture. Technology can boost agric in Africa, Speaker Bagbin. The Insight. Ex Gratia. Labour expert urges government to listen to concerns of Ghanaians. Ghanaians lament increase in electricity and water tariffs. Imperialism has nothing to offer us, only threats. Dilemmas of Humanity Conference in Santiago. Usubempa wins Corporate Communications Personality Award. The Informer. NPP presidential race. Alan Men failed him, political analyst. Limited voter registration exercise. EC offers window of opportunity. Baumia fixes pre-mix fuel challenges. Zaneto Rollins accuses NDC of working against her. Varsity Dawn warns Alan against forming own party, says pampered chairman team won't fly. The Inquisitor. Food supplies to SHSs. How Nanado was disobeyed. Slay Kingdom peas naked. Energy Minister powers Ghana at Africa Climate Summit in Kenya. High consumption of white flour, dangerous. It contains poisonous chemicals, as a medical doctor. The Herald. Police interdiction of 3 musketeers spark fury. Secret videos, pictures, and names of missing suspects out. Akufo-Addo can be impeached for flouting constitution, charges and Sasari. Clearing agent lands Tema-based frozen foods importer in trouble. Tema motorway turns death trap, claiming 1 life every day. Eastwood Anaba reveals Mohammed's kindness to Mensa Otabil. The Daily Statesman. Government settles pension fund bondholders. EC sued over upcoming voter registration exercise. Black Stars make 10th successive AFCON qualification. 80,000 euros EU support for flood preparedness. The Ghanaian Publisher. We must be loyal to NPP. Mrekuduka. NDC 4 others sue EC over limited voter registration. Thontina 74 boss advises scientists to focus on ready-made herbal medicine. Air quality in Makola Nima, harmful to human health. Professor Mega. CSO's Lord NPA CRM policy. The Ghanaian Observer. EC clears air over limited voter registration. Ongoing WASI, PRA and W. Tamasil SHS students accuse NIB officials of intimidation. Technology can boost Agric in Africa, Speaker Bagbin. Ghana calls Pacific Alliance. Leaked IGP tape, COP Mensa and 2 others interdicted. The Finder. Women, children, voices sidelined in climate actions is a fatal error. Samira. New bondholders receive 2.3 billion cedis as coupon. NDC 4 other political parties sue EC. CSO's laud implementation of cylinder recirculation model. Daily Post. Voter registration. Court action against EC is the first of many actions to be taken. Sami Jemfi. Akufo-Addo's government misapplying scarce resources for their comfort. Mahama. Was the motorway not there before the Bank of Ghana headquarters contract was awarded? NDC MP asked. IMF team to assess Ghana's economic recovery program on September 25. Police interdicting officers on leak tape long overdue. Adam Bona. And finally, the good old Catholic standard. Stand up for truth and justice. Palma Bako. Deliver on long overdue climate finance. Africa's religious leaders to global community. COPAB to hold a forum on an initiative for peace in Africa and worldwide. And 27 GJ Media Awards deadline. So the deadline is 5 p.m. Wednesday, September 13. And that's about it. For the front pages, we'll be back shortly.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting? For your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola.
Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you.
Enjoyment Cola. Angel Cola.
The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Black Star Press Limited. Grow inside the invective minds, evolving concepts, and the creative trends. The printing press you need now. Witness the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with our works. inside Black Star Press Limited in association with Lionhead Group of Companies. Call us now on 0200-880-000 for all your print works. Black Star Press Limited, a worldwide reputation for quality printing.
Betway is your gateway to a theme park full of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. Where you can take to the skies with max payouts that reach into the millions. All in the palm of your hand. Visit betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet responsibly. Betway. Bet your way.
My son, there's more blessing in giving than receiving. When you fear for you and couple the makers in
The pneumatological aberration of the Lord revealed unto me this night that me and my household should go out into the world and bless the world.
Makers Electronics Company Limited. Up to 67% discount. Our selected appliances.
This is what I call quintessential immaculatability.
The Makers Electronics Company Limited. Taifa Burkina Highway. Amasama Zongo Junction. Edike Pharmacy Dining. Oyer Fateman Boga Junction. Ashaman Valco Flat. Kumasi. Ahinema Kokobin. Asafubuachi Hospital Junction. Number 9 Market.
Chairman and that about the Makers Blessing Attack program
from 0552 253 and 0552 222 254. Terms and conditions apply.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
My name is John, and this is my long-time crush, my cookie dipped in strawberry yogurt. On this scorching hot afternoon on our way back from a long job hunt, we met this good Samaritan who offered us 6 weeks later.
A special wedding reception for our bride and groom.
And there she is, my cookie, dipped in someone else's yogurt.
Who holds the moolah, holds the shot. Play game by games, the easiest lottery to play and win. Pick 4 numbers from 0 to 9 up to 3 times daily to become one of our daily lucky winners. Dial *946# to play now, or you can also play online at www.gameparkgames.com. Game Park is regulated by the National Lottery Authority.
Yamawako about the Nadum Auto Fix and Accessories. Ahadie, a bano KSC near Wakadia. Ubenya Biwaha. Kabian in the house, any new here. Yansu ye were winning before, or best son we ye amount. Nadum Auto Fix and Accessories ye jume did ye. 24/7 ye CCU engine, brake, battery, yes, a sour tie. Say bano car wash dia. Je wo abefun fidelity say steamer ye the whole car engine abra nsuo car engine nim ye san ye detailing me kire say ye betwitwu car no mu ba bia ma o ye wi a ya san polish car na ma o kama enye we no munku ye san to car batteries tires rims any de keke kan Manadum Auto Fix and Accessories ema o car ensi ne dadem na enwu adwuma ma o hwehwe ye kira kwan wo dansoma na sorry dan ho a ene KFC bon hwanimu e won kran se open information anansem bi se bia 024-651-9369. Nadum Auto Fix and Accessories. O kwan so yon kwo papa.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. With me on the show this morning, I have the MD of STC and former Cabinet Minister, Nana Kumia, here with me on the show. Good morning, Nana.
Morning, Randy.
Also with me on the show this morning is a former Member of Parliament for the Tamale Central Constituency. He's also a former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. He's also a legal practitioner, the Honorable Inusa Abdullahi Bistaf.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you. That's a full compliment of my name.
The Abdullahi Bistaf has been missing.
Yes.
Most people don't know about it.
Because it's a mouthful.
Okay.
So people just decide to settle on
Inusa Fusedi.
Yes.
Yes. Where have you been?
Well, just about doing things. A private man, doing some consultancy for some CSOs.
Okay.
Also farming. I'm doing a lot of farming.
Okay.
I think that I want to help feed the people of Ghana.
Up north?
Up north.
Okay.
Yes, in the northeast region.
Okay.
And communicating for the party. Yes.
You get time to practice law?
Not go to court.
Okay.
Not to go to court. I want to be in control of my own life. Yes.
So you're part of the planting for food and jobs?
No. There's no planting for food and jobs, is there?
Yeah, your former colleague MP was on.
There's nothing like planting for food and jobs.
Nana just identified the gap and decided to step in.
No, I just wanted elaboration.
So maybe we've heard that there's a planting for food and jobs 2 coming. Maybe
yes. No, but maybe with the one. You heard his colleague MP, the former
one former MP who said he had done. I think the early days.
Well, planting for food and job is basically for subsistence farmers. And if you're a commercial farmer, and that's why I didn't get the MP when he said because I know him to be a commercial farmer.
Okay.
And you can't be part of planting for food and jobs if you're a commercial farmer.
But he was part of it.
How he became part of it, I don't know.
Well, maybe he has some small land be so. Anyway, well, if you aspire to be like one of my panelists, you need to do is also to ensure that you educate yourself, especially at the tertiary level, and that's one of the ways of securing your future. And this morning, I'm going to speak with you about the Accra Business School. You can boost your career with the prestigious MSc degrees from KNUST. You can choose from Human Resource Management, Communication, International Marketing, International Relations, Public Affairs, or IT Management. In just 12 months, the MBA can be yours. Dive into their BSc programs in IT Security and Cybercrime, IT Management and Business Management endorsed by top universities in Ireland and Wales. The Accra Business School offers flexible entry payment and learning options convenient to you. It's time to unlock your potential and take position. Visit www.abs.edu.gh or call the Accra Business School on 0263 888 555 or 0263 888 666 or visit their campus on the Spaintex Road, Christ Square. Let Accra Business School elevate your future today. And of course, they say that the young shall grow, right? Okay. And when old age sets in or physical infirmities come in, then even using the stairways become a problem. And you wonder how you're able to enjoy that beautiful home or mansion that you have worked so hard to build. Well, worry no more, because with the portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVEs, you're sure of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a simple to use self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility to choose from. You may call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical movement. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home or the office. It's affordable and can be installed within 3 days with modifications to your building. So visit Lift and Elevators Ghana at Sakumono for your solutions and free consultations. You can reach Lift and Elevators Ghana on 0200535515, or you can email them at elevatorsgh@gmail.com. And what does wealth mean to you? Do you want to live like a tycoon? Remember who's got a molar, has got a power. Ghana's newest lottery game draws live on Adom TV at 9 a.m., 12 noon, and 6 p.m. daily. Now pick up your phones, tablets, and computers and download the Game Park Games app on Play Store. You can also play on their website www.gameparkgames.com or by dialing *946# on all networks. Just choose phone numbers from 0 to 9. Charlie, make we play this game and make some mola. Nobody beats our odds in Ghana. Game Park Games, more mola, more power. This game is regulated by the National Lottery Authority and is not for persons under the age of 18. Play responsibly. Right, today is your birthday, Mrs. Gifty Aswele Usu Odami. Happy birthday to you from your husband, Samuel Odami of Multimedia. In fact, he's the producer of a news file. Okay, and your children, Jaden and Jada. So I'm happy birthday to you, Mrs. Gifty Aswele Usu Odami. The entire family wishes you a happy birthday and all the best in life. Dana, I have not seen you since the is it Special Delegates Conference or Super Delegates
the Great
Conference?
Victory at the Special Delegates Conference.
Which one is the Great Victory?
That one, the one you're referring to.
No, I'm talking about the conference. You are referring to a Great Victory.
Yeah.
I'm asking, which one is a Great Victory?
Bamian's victory.
Okay. Okay. I'm saying I've not seen you since.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
haven't seen you.
What, you've been celebrating all this while?
No. I've been campaigning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right up to the night before the elections.
I'm saying I haven't seen you after.
Oh, after?
Yes.
Oh. Well, you haven't made the right inquiries. But,
you mean I haven't looked for you well?
Yes.
Anyway, there are quite a number of issues arising out of it. I mean, culminating in a disciplinary committee inviting persons. Alan Chairman-Tin, the Honorable Alan Chairman-Tin, now saying that he's pulled out of the second round. Yeah. He's not going to do it. He will let us know about his political future later on. The balloting scheduled for Wednesday has been postponed indefinitely. We're told that there are quite a number of issues that are going to be looked at and all that. There were rumors of the Honorable Kennedy Japan pulling out yesterday. He issued a statement to say that no, he's still in the race, he's not pulling out, and that he's ready to give a showdown on the 4th of November. So you see why I said I've not heard you, not seen you.
Okay. Let me wish your audience a good Friday morning. Fridays are always exciting. Yes, the elections came on August 26th. So I think tomorrow will be 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be yeah. And Dr. Bamia won emphatically. It's a great victory by every measurement. When you have a field of 10 stalwarts contesting to go through the first round. And the votes of the first past the post, the person who won the race. Now, if you added the votes of the 9 other people, if you added their votes in total, it is less than half what the first person got. That clearly is an emphatic victory, and by every standard. And I have no doubt that the pattern of the results will be repeated in the second round in November, first week of November, because the precedent that we had in 2014, where we had the special delegates conference and then the main conference, the person who came first and the person who came second and so on, the same results were repeated at the main delegates. That same person came first, the person who came second, and the margins were the same or even wider, you know. So I have no doubt in my mind that the party is settled as to who should be the flag bearer by the how emphatic that the votes went last 2 weeks. Now, subsequently, we've had the parties set up the disciplinary committee, which is already there, to hear cases or grievances that may arise with a view to improve the system. I have no doubt that after this Congress, the issues arising, the party will be looking at how to reform, make changes to the constitution as far as the special delegates conference is concerned, so that some of these things, the deadlock that happened for the 5th position and so on, will be taken care of in subsequent elections. Now, yes, so there was a deadlock, and then which means 2 people tied, the Boachi Agyakun and the Adainimo. They tied that with 9 votes each, and then Boachi Agyakun subsequently withdrew.
What do you make of is the decision by the National Council on how to break the tie, contrary to what is in the either your constitution or regulations,
the guidelines,
and therefore Boachi Agyakun's reasons for backing out?
Both sides have a case. You see, the guidelines which were set up by the elections committee, they set up the guidelines, and they said that in the case of a tie, there would be a runoff. But they didn't specify how that runoff would be. But it's fair to assume that if there's an election by a body and there's going to be a runoff, it is fair to assume that that same body will do the runoff. It is fair to assume. But it is not written in stone. The National Council decided that for this runoff, we will limit the voting population to the National Council, which is about 100 and just about 100 members, 102, 103. I am a member of that council. So the National Council is coming from the view that there is no definite provision made for the runoff. But it is also fair to assume that there's going to be a runoff. It's the Electoral College that did the original election will do the runoff. Be that as it may, I thought that Boachi would even have an advantage if the vote was limited to the National Council, because he has a vote in the National Council. He's a member. Adainimo hasn't got a vote. So indeed, Adainimo's 9 and Boachi Agyakun's 9, if Adainimo had a vote, he would have won. He would have gotten 10. But be that as it may, Boachi Agyakun has a vote. So I thought limiting it to the National Council would have given him an advantage. But he says that on principle, the election should be conducted by the original 926 people or so. He also has a point. Fortunately, he says that he's not going to pursue it. But I suspect going forward, this is one of the issues that will guide the party in making reforms to the rules. Now,
well, my worry, I mean, you've established both sides. My worry is that the constitution of my party gives me the right to determine which five go into a contest for the entire delegates to vote for. They go into the contest. 4 are clear. There's a tie for a 5th. And then a national council decides to oust that right given to me by the council and decides that in determining who the 5th person is, I won't be a part of the process.
I don't understand. You are a member of the 900.
So I'm saying that, yes, I'm a member of the 900.
Yeah.
And that 900 is established in the constitution of the party.
Yes.
It's in there.
Yeah.
So it's the constitution of the party that gives me that right to determine which 5 will be eligible for the contest.
Yeah.
We go for a vote, the first round, and only 4 clearly make it. There's a tie. So the 5th must be determined.
Yeah.
And then a National Council holds a meeting and decides that they will oust that right given to me by the Constitution.
But you are saying the same that I'm saying. I'm saying that there's a good case to be made for both. But even if, going by your case, you as a member of the 926, you were given a chance to choose the 5. You chose 6.
No.
You chose 6.
No.
That's what you did. You as a member of the 926, you were given a chance to choose 5.
Yes.
You chose 6 people.
Yes.
That's what you did.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you are saying that those 2, you should still be allowed to limit it to 1. That's what you're saying.
Because the Constitution says that
but I'm saying that
5 must be chosen by this group.
Yeah, I'm saying that there's an argument. So you're saying that in the runoff, it should be the original 900 people. I'm saying there's a good case for it. I don't have a problem.
Right.
But there's also a case that says that because there's no definite provision, because this whole business of the runoff is not in the Constitution, it's in the guidelines set by the electoral. So then
if the guidelines has given what it believes is the true meaning of what is in the Constitution, and these guidelines were made clear to everybody from the onset, so that even the chairman of the committee, Professor Okwe, right after the election, his first interview, he spoke about what was in the guidelines.
Yes.
So this is what everybody, including the National Council, knew from the beginning.
That if there were to be a runoff,
this is what was going to happen.
But I agree. I'm saying that that is the first case, that the runoff electorate should be the same as the electorate of the main election. I'm saying that that's one side of the argument. It's valid. The other side too is that because the runoff specify electorate, the National Council is coming in to specify the electorate, which so it's a debatable issue. But I'm saying that going forward, I'm sure the party would do something to the rules to make it. The next one was my big brother, Alan Chairman's withdrawal. I am not surprised by it, but I expect more withdrawals. No, because the scale of Bawumia's victory, if the margins were closer, so if Bawumia had gotten, say, 48%, and somebody else had gotten, say, 41%, and somebody else had gotten 39%. I mean, if you added the votes of the other people, they were far greater than Bawumia's votes. You could say, well, it may be worth their while to make alliances as they go to the second round. But when you have a situation where, even if you added all the votes of the 9, they don't come to half what the first person got. If I am in that kind of situation, I'll step down. I will interpret it as that clearly the party is settled on where the flag bearers should lie. And I've given you the example of the precedent, the first time that we had the same scenario in 2014. Akufo-Addo, I think there was a field of 7. Akufo-Addo had 80%,
About 82.
Yeah, about 82, fine. Alan Chermati was second, got about 8% or 9. No, less than 10. About 8 point something or 9 point something. I mean, look at the gap between 82 and 9. If I, I get those results, I would react to those results. Anyway, they went for the second round. And in the second round, the same results were repeated. Akufo-Addo was first, Alan was second, and so on. But this time, the margins were even bigger. Akufo-Addo moved from 82 to 94%. And Alan dropped from 8 or 9% to like 4. So that's the precedent that we have to look at. And so that's why I'm not surprised that Alan has stepped down. I'm actually expecting 1 or 2 more to step down, if not all of them. Now, Alan,
so you don't buy his reasons. You believe these are the reason. This is the reason why he stepped down.
Well, this should be the reason why he should step down. But he's given his reasons. His reasons are that the whole process was skewed, and that there were endorsements from top party people and so on, and he didn't think that was fair. And then he said there was intimidation and so on. The Bawumia team, really, we don't want to gloat, and we want to be magnanimous in victory. So we would want Alan and everybody else to close ranks behind the winner, whoever it will be. I suspect strongly that it will be Bawumia. So we take this as in the immediate aftermath of such a loss. Emotions are raw. It's understandable. Anybody who's lost elections before, the work that you put into an election is not easy. You've done a few elections, but even at the GFA level, where it's smaller, but you know how disappointed you would be if your expectation doesn't happen. So elections on such a scale, you admit that emotions are raw, and so some of the reactions may also be coming from emotions and the upset that you would definitely have in the immediate aftermath. So you can agree, you can just let some of these things go. And indeed, you remember that the same Alan Chermati in 2008, when the party had finished a primaries, and we're going to go for a second round, and then he graciously withdrew and said he didn't think the second round was necessary. Just a month or so after that exercise, successful exercise, he actually resigned from the party, from the whole party. Said he wasn't going to go. There were mediations set up, chaired by no less a person than Darocha, who was actually the first chairman of the NPP. And still, Alan said no, he had resigned. But he eventually withdrew his resignation and actually became one of the main campaigners for the Akufo-Addo and the party. So you have this history to be your guide. And so you are hoping that when the emotions are down and the disappointments, whatever disappointment there is, you'll get over it with time. So we're hoping that we'll be able to close ranks. But otherwise, what Alan is saying in his letter, I believe that they are unfortunate. It doesn't give them the impression of a gracious loser. No. Because the things that he said, this thing about the thing has been skewed to favor one particular candidate. In what way? The processes leading up to the elections. If you can show where the skewness is, then we can all address it. But he just said the thing has been skewed, without giving us what he meant by the skewed nature. So we have nothing to go on. Now, if the thing has been skewed, how about Kennedy Japan's second position? Was that also skewed? Because it's not only Bawumia who did better than Alan. Kennedy Japan also did better than Alan. So was his was the election skewed for Kennedy Japan as well? Then he gives an indication somewhere that in this letter that there were pronouncements and endorsements by leading members of the party. But there were pronouncements and endorsements of Alan Martin by many leading members of the party. Some of them will come and sit here on your program and make pronouncements in support of Alan Martin. Members of parliament, chief executives, ministers of state. They endorsed Alan Martin. They made pronouncements to express their endorsement, even here. So when you say there were official pronouncements and official endorsements, you also had a lot of it. Then he talked about intimidation and intimidation. I don't recall the campaign of Alan Martin facing any difficulty anywhere. I don't know which region or which constituency they went to, and there was some intimidation. By who? Who's going to intimidate you? Who? He gave the one instance where an agent of his in the northeast, is it the northeast? Yeah, came under attack. Now, we all know what happened. The agents claimed that one voter was showing his ballot, and the rules say you should not show your ballot. I don't know how showing your ballot is fatal to your decision. I mean, if you are carrying multiple ballot papers, that is a major crime. But because there are many instances, even in parliament, where voting is by hand. It is popping. But anyway, so let's say the rules provide that don't show your ballot, and you see a voter showing their ballot, and you are an agent of a candidate. What do? The election is being conducted by the Electoral Commission, isn't it? You make a report to the Electoral Commission. That's what you do. But when you go and accost the voter and to try to prevent them from voting, so there was a scuffle. There was a scuffle. How that can be stretched to mean intimidation of supporters and so on, I don't understand it. That's why I thought that the statement was a bit unfortunate, and that it didn't give the impression that Alan was a gracious loser. I wish that he had just, Kwabena Japan, he's also done a statement. He's graciously accepted the loss. Of course, no election is perfect. Party elections, you always find people suspecting A, B, C, D, and so on. Cheme Sabonsu, who was one of the leading members of the party who had endorsed Bawumia, he said that he was harassed and hooted at UST, KNUST, when he was going to cast his vote and so on. So these things, but the scale of the victory, Bawumia winning in every single polling station. And I was particularly struck by the votes in Ashanti, because about 7 of the contestants of these stalwarts are Ashantis. So I thought the Ashanti vote was going to be a bit more evenly spread. Because and these are not, Alan Martin himself, our good friend Afri Akoto, the former Minister for Agriculture, Boachia Jakun, Kwabena Japan, the stalwarts, all from Ashanti. There are 7 of them. So I thought the Ashanti vote would be a bit more split up. So when the Ashanti vote came, it was 82% for Bawumia. That was really a striking performance. Be that as it may, the party's disciplinary committee is receiving grievances. The process is going on. There was supposed to be balloting yesterday. Some of the candidates raised issues that they thought should be addressed. The party gracefully stood down the balloting to look at those issues. In fact, the same thing happened before the first round. There was a time when the balloting had to be postponed because issues had been raised, and those issues were referred to the National Council and so on. So at every step of the way, the party has been very accommodative of the candidates. The elections were conducted by the Electoral Commission. So this business about skewing and intimidation really are unfortunate. But be that as it may, like I said, with time, a little bit time, all of us will be composed, and we will rally. I hope that everybody withdraws, but even if they don't, we'll go to the second round. A winner will emerge, and all of us will close ranks behind the winner.
Randy, ordinarily, I would have heeded to the President Mills's advice of the WIFI but the situation with regards what happened in the MPP's Super Delegates Conference, or is it Special Delegates Conference, requires some attention, because what happened was not only a matter of concern, but also troubling. Now, I get some fallacious statements by my brother, Ankuma, who says, look, Bome was victorious. Was the contest to determine who was going to be victorious? Was it that contest? No. The contest really was to select 5 people. The super delegates could simply have stayed in their homes, ballot papers sent to them, and they take the number of people they want to contest. So what you call victory of Bawumia is as important as the victory of Boachajaku, who dropped out and gave it to Adainimo, because they made it to the 5. So the fact that the 5 victors, that's what you should understand. They made it to the 5.
Okay.
Okay. So you see, that betrays the thinking of the Bawumia group, that they are already hailing a simple exercise to shortlist to a victorious activity. No, it was not.
Okay. So there are 5 victors. Okay.
So 2. Now you had super delegates of 955, made up of MPs, ministers, national executives, former executives, and all that. Why did that come about? It came about because of what happened in 2016, 2015, 2016, where so many of your members decided to express an interest in leading your party. So you didn't know how to deal with it. So that informed your subsequent action, and that is the action to scale down and limit the number to 5. You came out with guidelines on how that should be done. Who changes guidelines in the middle of a game? It can only be a matter of impunity if you change guidelines in the middle of a game. And look at what they did. 955 people were the super delegates. When they changed the guidelines, they said 130 will determine the tie between Boachajaku and Adainimo. 130 is 13.6%. 13 points, not even 50%, not 20%, 13.6% of the super delegates. And then you ask a very important question. What gave the national executives the power to exclude other super delegates? What gave them the power? It could only be by way of impunity and the bastardization of the system. Now, when you talk about rule of law, you should know that it is about certainty and predictability. That if we go into a game, we set the rules of the game, and we start the game, the rules will not change in the middle of the game. I don't think that you expected Boachajaku to continue to play the game when the rules have changed in the middle of the game. No one does that. And I at least expected Boachajaku to do that. So when he said He was pulling out. I perfectly understood him. Now, the same thing goes for Alan Chiromenten. The same thing. Alan Chiromenten was victorious. He made it to the list of 5. Yes, he didn't get numbers that he expected to get, but he made it to the group of 5. If he hadn't resigned or withdrawn from the contest, he would have been on the ballot paper. And in the ballot paper, they are going to post the pictures of the 5 who made it. The 5 who made it. And the 955 superdelegates represent 0.004% of the national delegates who will vote. Because you have about 220,000 to vote. And so I mean, it will be out of the wildest imagination of a person to think that the 222,000 people will behave like the 955. Unless, of course, what happened prior to the election of Bawumia happens to the 220,000. And we all know that you had an establishment candidate. Everybody knows that. That people who were occupying, carefully look at the composition of the delegates. They were appointees. They were national officers. They were members of parliament. Who were...
But you had regional and constituency executives.
Well, the regional and constituency executives. But what happened? What happened in Northeast should give you an indication of how the regional executives were treated. I mean, which election is conducted where you cast your vote and you are mandated to show your vote to the next person? They had learned from the experience of John Boedu, not so, that you can't trust the delegates. So even though we have whipped all of them into line, we want to make assurance double sure. And so you vote, you show your vote to the next person to confirm that you have voted for the candidate we say you should vote for. In the whole of Northeast region, it was only the regional minister who didn't do that. Why was the representative of Alan slapped in Northeast region? Because he challenged the process. He challenged the process. The national executives, by their guidelines, had said that it will be unlawful to vote and show your vote to any other person because the vote is a secret ballot. My brother here has not alluded to that. I don't know whether you've forgotten about that guideline. That made it an offense.
I mentioned it.
I just didn't hear you mention it. I didn't hear you mention it.
Because you made up your mind. But Randy, you heard me.
I heard you.
You are sitting closer to me. How come you didn't hear me?
I didn't hear you.
You are sitting closer to me than Randy.
Probably you didn't give that prominence that it ought to be given.
But Randy heard it.
You
are next to me.
You spoke about it in a very low voice.
So how can Randy heard it?
Well, he has sharp ears. I don't have that sharp ears.
My ears are the biggest on the set.
So you see, so you should condemn.
He's relying on physical deformity.
No, not deformity. I mean, everybody and his composition. I didn't hear you. And I didn't hear you. I didn't hear you.
Is that the prominence, the vehemence with which you said certain things?
The
decibels were lower.
Right, but you are sitting so far.
And then
you are sitting too
northeast.
Yes.
In the northern region, the regional chairman, when he was insisting that those who voted should show their ballot to him, one of Alan's supporters, Jack Sparrow, challenged that. When it was repeated, he again challenged that. He was given a slap by the regional chairman. His slap didn't make the news because he retaliated. He slapped the regional chairman.
Oh.
Yes.
Well, that should have made the news.
He didn't make the news because
somebody slapping the regional chairman.
There was equalization, so he didn't make the news. And you remember the video that we all saw on your network, where the chairman of a party at a Bawumia's rally took the mic to potential superdelegates and asked them to disclose who they were going to vote for.
You mean the Wontumi one?
Yes, the Wontumi one. Where on earth do you see a democratic party conducting its affairs this way? Well, and then you say that Alan and all the other candidates should not complain? They even told you, look, because of what our experiences in the previous Superdelegates Congress, why do you want to decentralize the process? Centralize the process, 955, it won't take a day to complete it, and then all of us will be there to monitor the situation. You refused. They suggested improvements to the electoral system. The National Executive Committee of their party refused to accept the system. But what did they do finally? They decided that they will mix the numbers, the serial numbers of the ballots, in order not to disclose or make it possible for anybody to determine and fish out those who will vote against the establishment candidate. Because it happened in the Alan
Okay, that's a video.
It happened in the Alan Chiramanten Akufo-Addo's case, where two people in the Ashanti region voted against Akufo-Addo. They were singled out, and they never saw peace. And I don't think that they have ever seen peace. I think that the MP who even lost his life was one such person who voted against Akufo-Addo, Baswa, or what's his name. He never saw peace. And so, clearly, this election or selection.
You said somebody didn't see peace. Baswa? What do you mean?
Well, because he voted against your candidate.
Oh, you saw his vote?
What? He was fished out.
No, you saw his vote.
He was fished out.
By
the people, because of the way they did the balloting. They were the voting, the serial numbers.
Oh, so you could see how
they determined. That's why they said they should jumble up the numbers. That was the reason why they said the party said they should jumble up the ballot papers.
He got into trouble.
He got into trouble for voting against a candidate who was immensely popular then.
What kind of trouble?
Well, you don't know the trouble.
No, tell me.
He was ostracized from your party.
The MP who's lost his life?
Yes.
He was the chairman of a committee.
Oh, he was chairman of a committee in Parliament.
Yes, so how was...
But you didn't hear what these people were saying in the constituency?
What did they say?
Oh, you didn't hear?
No,
I will repeat it to you.
No, tell us.
Because you are a leading member of your party, so if you care to know, you will know. I mean, after the MPP, they like playing ostrich. Just like in the case of Alan Chiramanten, you see they are playing ostrich. Even my friend here is playing ostrich. He fails to see all the wrongs and ills that characterize their elections. He paints their elections in glorious light, when everybody knows that, look, the establishment was solidly behind Bawumia. He even suggests that victory, that the votes that Bawumia got and the acceptability in the Delegates Congress could manifest in the general elections. But why won't he do that? How can a chief of staff pitch camp in a women's organizer's office and dole out money?
That allegation is the subject. That allegation
is the subject of investigation and disciplinary.
The person who made the allegation has been invited to appear.
But he has not withdrawn the allegation.
Yeah, has he? We also don't know if he has authenticated it.
Well, I can tell you as a matter of fact, that we have friends within the MPP. But I can tell you as a matter of fact that we have friends in the MPP. And they told us.
At least for the sake of my platform.
That one is coming to mess up your platform. It's coming to mess up your platform.
Yeah. So I won't paint that glorious picture, but I know the influence of money in politics. And I know the influence.
No, I'm just referring to that specific.
Well, even that person has a name. I mean, I'm saying that until he comes out to withdraw, we run with the story. I mean, it was published in all the newspapers. I mean, you will not be sued for, your platform will not be sued for saying that. For repeating what
I can't be. You are a lawyer, so you know that whoever sues can decide who he sues.
So you find leading members of the party solidly throwing their support behind the Bawumia, doling monies. I mean, many people have said that the amounts of monies that were given out was mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And then that brought the candidate that they wanted to win, that's Bawumia. But Randy, have you asked yourself why suddenly, people like Nana Komia and some leading members of the party have thrown the time-tested traditions of the party to the wind?
Which ones are the time-tested traditions?
Their party believes that your contribution and loyalty to the party must determine the role you play in the party going forward, and especially taking a leadership position.
Right.
That is why Nana Akufo-Addo said, "Yenim go free." Titi. That was not a policy statement. That was a statement of a fact that I have been with you from the beginning.
Could it be that people like Nana were also looking at the contributions from a point of view of they were looking at it more qualitatively rather than quantitatively? In this case, they were not looking at just longevity, but in terms of the actual contribution, such that somebody could be in the party for 2 years, but yet his contribution could be more than somebody for 20 years.
Randy, I have known Nana Kumia specifically for a very long time, and no one can convince me that the contribution of Bawumia outweighs the contributions of Nana Kumia to the fortunes of the MPP.
Oh, but he hasn't expressed his interest.
He has not expressed, but so he will talk about contribution.
You want to force him to lead.
Look, when the party was in the doldrums,
yes,
who people brought it out of the doldrums?
Nana Kumia.
And so when the party came out of the doldrums, somebody's contribution after the fact is now more important than those who brought it out.
Maybe he's biding his time.
Well, I don't know, but that's the thinking of the MPP. That is the thinking of the MPP, you know. So sometimes you wonder. You wonder what is happening. You see, we speak about this, and I said I really think that I should be minding my own business. But you are thinking about the democratic credentials of this country. You are thinking about what happens to the express will of the people to have representatives they can trust and believe in. You are thinking about democracy as a whole. Do we have to skew it in favor of some person? Will it be democratic? Or can we describe what has happened in the Superdelegates Congress of the MPP as a democratic exercise? Can we? And that is my worry. And if they get away with it, they might be tempted to repeat that on the national scale. And so, as Democrats and as citizens of this country, we must be concerned and worried. I mean, look at what happened in the 2020 elections. The impunity, the killing of people, the impunity even of the Electoral Commission. I've always asked the Electoral Commission, the authority with which they had, or upon which authority did they rely to change the election results? Or correct in their words the election rules. What was that authority? Which law gave them the power to do that? That's impunity. And so for us as a people, we must be concerned. And we are concerned largely because Nana Akufo-Addo and his clique are beginning to think beyond the MPP. They're beginning to look from a dispassionate position. They're beginning to look for protection. They're beginning to ask themselves, with all this mess that we have caused in this country, with the disaster, the haircuts, the collapse of the economy, the corruption that is going on, who can we trust to protect us after we've left office? And that is why they are prepared to skew the process and ensure that they have somebody who they can trust to protect them. But Ghanaians clearly believe in post-regime accountability. Whoever emerges is not going to win the elections of 2024 by the MPP. I can assure you that. Because everybody has seen the game plan of the MPP. That they're doing all these things because of their own personal idiosyncratic reasons. Want to perpetuate their stronghold on the MPP and protect themselves from post-regime accountability. That won't happen. That will definitely not happen. And the next government will clearly hold these people accountable.
Right.
Yes.
Right. When I just wrap up,
Yeah,
I see you made some.
Yeah, my brother here. So, Randy, it's a bit surprising that in all of this long tirade by my brother about the superdelegates election, he never found one single good thing about the whole process. And my brother here has had a reputation for objectivity. For him not to mention even one good thing about the outcome is really disappointing.
Because there's no good thing about it.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. I was going to say that maybe because Nana mentioned all the good things.
No, there's no good thing about it.
Now,
because that's the delegates, just a minute. That's the delegates Congress of the MPP. Takes inspiration from the delegates Congress of the United States of America.
Okay. Now, my brother...
And that is not the way it is done.
Is it possible I can speak?
Okay.
Now, my brother says that it is not an election to decide a winner. It's an election to pass 5 people. That is his interpretation. So why is he not asking himself that if it's just an election to select 5 people,
to shortlist 5,
to shortlist 5 people, and Alan Chamartin has been shortlisted, so why are you endorsing his withdrawal? Because there's no winner. It's just an election to shortlist 5 people. He has been shortlisted, but yet you are endorsing his withdrawal.
Yes.
Randy will tell you, he's a sportsman. When you are doing qualifying races, you don't look like a sportsman. When you are doing qualifying races, and they say 100 meters, the qualifying mark, the qualifying second is 10 seconds. And 6 people make the 10 seconds to qualify. They will still rank them in terms of time.
Yes. But you don't have a victorious person in that heat.
Okay.
Nobody gets a gold medal.
Gold medal for anything.
But there's first position.
Yeah, they have to be ranked.
Yeah, they have to be ranked, but there's no distance.
So once there's ranking, it means there's position.
Yes, but there's no victory.
So he is saying there are 5 victors. So if there are 5 victors, then Alan Chumadi is a victor. Why is he resigning?
Yeah.
Why is he stepping down? And you are endorsing it. Now my brother here said there's some time-tested tradition of the NPP. I don't know where he gets that from. There is no time-tested tradition in the NPP.
Oh, really?
Show me. Where's the tradition?
Well, I started following the NPP's exploits with
now,
FK. I don't want to hear.
Is it possible that I can speak a little?
You invited me, or it's a rhetorical question.
Now, he says contributions to the party. It's your contribution to the NDC the same as another person's contribution?
No.
It's different, but it's a contribution. Nobody can say that their contribution to the NDC is more than yours, or is better than yours, or is superior. Me, I don't buy that somebody's contribution in the NPP is better than mine. And I also wouldn't say that my contribution is better than somebody. We contribute differently to our party. That's what it is. Because if you are going to rank contribution, now he says that you can't do it. Now he wants to rank contribution.
He's ranking yours.
And say that somebody's contribution is first.
He said yours from where he sits.
Yes, fine. He says that my contribution is first.
So why didn't you put yourself
somebody
up?
is second?
Yes.
Now this is a man who says that no, don't rank delegates A there. But he's able to rank contributions to a party. Now, let me tell you. If you are going to
disagree with his ranking of your contributions. Do you disagree?
I disagree completely. Now,
there are somebody who will keep this thing.
No. Let me tell you the fact. The fact is that I believe I have contributed to the NPP.
Yeah.
Same as others. I would not say that my contribution ranks ahead of somebody. Because if you do that, then where are you going to finish? Because even in this 10, how are you going to rank contributions? Somebody will say, but Apreku was here. Somebody will say, but Kwabena Japan was there. Somebody will say, Alan Shremati was there. Somebody will say this.
It becomes subjective.
Extremely subjective. But yet this is what he's trying to do. Is the one that we have elections and votes. He said that one, is just first 5 people. But he's trying to rank contributions and drawing me into his baseless.
You think he was patronizing you?
Now, then he goes to tell us that the people who voted no, they are government representatives. That is not true. That is not true.
Is there some?
No, some. I'm not saying all of them.
Okay.
I mentioned it.
He says some are government representatives. So does that invalidate?
No, I didn't say that.
So why do you mention it? Because if you look at the list, out of the 926 people,
955.
Okay, only about 30 are government representatives, solely there because of appointments. All the others are there because they hold elective positions. There are constituency chairman. Let me give you the breakdown. Yes, constituency chairman for each constituency. There are 275 who are there because they are constituency chairmen who have been elected by their constituencies. There's another 272 regional executives who have been elected by the regional parties to be the leaders of the region. There are 272 of them. There are also 137 members of parliament who have been elected by the party in their constituencies to represent the party. They are also there, the 137 of them. There's the diaspora people, leaders who came, who have been elected by their diaspora organizations to come and represent them. There are 96 of them, and so on. National Council people who've been elected onto the National Council. All of these people number almost 800. So don't come and tell us that the people there are government appointees and so on. It's not true.
Could it be stretched? Nana, could it be stretched just for purposes? Could it be stretched to say that quite a number of these people, maybe MPs, are either ministers or deputy ministers or serve on boards?
Yes.
Some of these regional and constituency executives also serve on boards.
Yeah. Okay. What about it?
No, I'm saying that
they are not there because they serve on boards.
You don't get what I'm saying. I'm saying that some of the people who say that they are part of the government machinery or work for government,
Doctor,
they make these extensions.
Doctor,
but
there's something, a principle like lifting the veil.
Can I finish?
If we lift the veil, all your constituency executives and regional executives will find where they are within the government circles.
What is it? What are you people talking
about? The point
about?
Nana is also making is that they are not part of the list because of the government offices they hold.
No, they are part of the list. No, nobody is saying that they are part of the list because of government offices. But they are subject to manipulation because of the government offices they hold. That's what you
and see, when you say that,
you're a serious conspiracy theorist.
Yes. And apart from the diabolic conspiracy with no base, you see, you are also showing disrespect.
For what?
To those people. You are saying that those people don't use their conviction to vote.
Did you allow them to use their conviction? Did you allow them?
Somebody prevented them from voting.
When you said they should display their cards.
And then you let me take your issues one by one. I don't want you to go and repeat them anyway. Now, he says that.
Kindly wrap up for me.
The issues are interesting. It's important that they are dealt with, so he doesn't go to repeat them.
Because we've spent like an hour on this.
That doesn't matter. I mean, if the issues are important, they're important. He says that guidelines were changed in the middle of the. I said to you that they are both sides of the matter, and I'm in the middle. But you see,
but that's a statement of fact.
But you see, he then goes on to say that there should have been centralization of the.
No, I didn't say that. I said some of the delegates asked for centralization. I didn't say they should have.
But you use that request and the denial to mean that it was unfair.
Yeah.
Yes.
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 So now you are using or justifying
a
changing of the rules in the middle of the game.
Yes.
Yes, we admit it. Because the rules say that the voting should be decentralized.
That's what's in the constitution.
Yes, and that's what was done in 2014.
Okay.
That's what's in your constitution or your guidelines?
Yes, that's what is.
Or your guidelines.
But the one you are talking about, I think the guidelines.
No. Let's get it clear.
No. The rules.
Let's get it clear so that we know which one you are flouting. Are you flouting the guidelines or the constitution?
You can write. You have a pen. Now, he is saying that those people we didn't do it in a centralized place, so that is unfair. But that would have amounted to changing the rules. Now he says that the percentage 0.04. The super delegates are 0.004, and so what? So they are not what? Their votes are not worthwhile, because you see, Randy, every big election, like you know, is a representation. We vote for 275 members of parliament. They go and take decisions that bind 32 million people. What is 275 as a percentage of 32 million? Get a calculator.
That's fallacious. This is fallacious.
I haven't even finished.
No. It's fallacious. It's fallacious.
Write it down. They'll give you a calculator. You do that.
No. It's fallacious.
Like you did at the Supreme Court. Now, the main delegates, how many are they? 220,000. Do you know the numbers who vote for the NPP? In excess of 6 million. So, what percentage is 220,000 out of 6 million?
Again, it's a fallacious argument too.
So this business of saying some people are 0.04 and so what they are saying is different from me, it doesn't hold anything. Stop it. Then he says the National Council showed impunity in limiting the vote to the runoff to the National Council. What is impunity? What is the impunity there?
The impunity is failure to abide by the guidelines.
Because unless you can show me that voting, narrowing the vote to the National Council gives an advantage to somebody, then you could say that it's a process that is not fair. But if you cannot show me that limiting the vote to the National Council gives somebody an advantage or a disadvantage, then what is? But the key thing, Randy, is this business of the establishment candidate. I don't know what it is. What you have on your hands is an established candidate. When you say establishment candidate, what does it mean?
It means
is it somebody who show me?
So establishment candidate means what's the establishment?
Yes.
Under Article 58 of the Constitution, the president is government. Okay. Now, what is the government's position? The government's position, which is the establishment, is that they want Bawumia to emerge.
Who told you that?
And that is manifested. That is manifested in their activities.
In their activities.
Yes.
So people like myself.
You say.
So people like myself.
You said no sister A associate. Things take their color from their surroundings. You see what happens.
All right. It's fine. Randy, I am a government appointee. I support Dr. Bawumia. I support Bawumia not in concert with anybody. When we go to meetings and I find some of my colleagues there, I am happy. But they haven't consulted me as to who they want to support. I haven't consulted them as to who I want to support. I support Dr. Bawumia not because I'm a government appointee or I am not a government appointee. And if you're going to talk about appointees, I have told you that there were a lot of appointees who supported some of the other candidates, particularly Alan Chairman. And if you like, I'll reel off the names for you. They were ministers of state supporting Alan Chairman.
There was a minister?
Oh.
There was a minister, deputy minister?
There were ministers.
Who minister? Which minister?
But the deputy minister is not a minister. No, it's a deputy minister, not a minister. Yeah, what is the... Now he's distinguishing between deputy ministers.
Well, in the Constitution there's a distinction. And you are in parliament. There's a distinction.
Okay. Let's even allow you that there's a distinction between deputy ministers and ministers. Yeah. Do you know Amewu?
Yes.
Is he a deputy minister?
He's a minister.
Okay. So
Minister for Railways.
So there have been ministers, and because of the distinction, there have been ministers, deputy ministers,
there's been a minister and a deputy
there have been members of parliament. There have been members of parliament.
You see why he's strenuously trying to prove a point.
Is it possible I can
because what has happened?
Listen, when you are speaking, I just wrote down this.
Because you are speaking.
You have a pen.
You're speaking.
Yes. Now this establishment candidate.
Yes.
He says that establishment candidate is somebody who's got the support of the government. Okay. John Mahama was the established candidate in the NDC.
Established, not establishment. Established.
So, whose support did John Mahama have?
No. Established is different from establishment.
That's what I'm saying to you. That get away from this establishment thing and saying that there's support of government. If you're not in government, who's the establishment candidate? So don't get yourself.
Even if you're in government,
now
you are getting everything wrong.
Now let me show you.
In 2016,
can you write?
Akufo-Addo was in government.
Can you write it?
But Akufo-Addo was not the establishment candidate. You are getting the whole thing wrong.
You're getting yourself
in 2006.
So the establishment
candidate was Alan.
Why do you say the establishment?
Because
you mean 2008?
Government then.
Yeah.
Akufo and his people were in support of Alan Chiramete. They did everything for him.
But you see,
establishment candidate.
In 2000,
but he was Akufo-Addo was an established candidate.
Okay. Oh.
Not establishment.
So he's giving you the difference between establishment.
So the establishment is the support of the government.
Yes.
But how about the other people in government who support that?
One minister, one deputy minister.
But there were several deputy ministers. There were several deputy ministers. Now, there were several. Now, when you say in 2008, incidental.
No, don't let him drag you.
No, because he brought it up. In 2008,
yes,
I was in government.
Yes.
I was sitting in Kufuor's cabinet.
Yes.
I didn't support Alan Chiramete in 2008.
Yes.
Now, what I'm saying is that there's somebody becomes established because he is the chosen candidate of the party. Look, all of us have known since 2012 that John Mahama is the established candidate of the NDC. You and I know that those people who challenged John Mahama in 2014, he was president.
Yes. Or you mean 2018?
2018, yes. The 9,
yes.
The 6 or so people.
Yes. Those people who challenged John Mahama in 2018, we all knew that these were people who were embarking on an exercise in futility. Because we all knew that John Mahama was the established candidate. He was the chosen candidate of the NDC. And so we saw those people, and we're laughing at them. And the results showed it. In the last primary for the 2024, we all know that John Mahama is still the chosen established candidate of the NDC. And that these 2 or 3 gentlemen challenging him were embarking on the fruitless enterprise. We all knew. And that's exactly what happened. And because of John Mahama's position as the established candidate of the NDC, all the primaries that he went through, the other people ganged up against him. You remember what they said in 2018? They all ganged up against him. And in the last election, they ganged up against him. And if I were to read what your own people said about the John Mahama candidature to you, we won't live here. But because Randy says there's no time, I was going to read what the Dufour camp said against John Mahama, against the whole electoral process of the NDC, and how they give the impression that the whole thing has been skewed to favor John Mahama. And eventually he even stood down from the A. And I was going to read to you what the Guzitandos and the Alabis said against John Mahama. They ganged up against him.
In both elections, he had in excess of 95%.
Because we all knew that's what he was going to get. You knew, I knew. And so he knew that these people, what they were saying was fruitless. It's the same thing that now my brother here is spokesman of the AIDA against somebody's establishment. Now, my last point is that these endorsements, I would have wished that there were no endorsement by officers of the party. So when you go to the, and I was with Baumia in a lot of the constituency, when you hear the chairman endorsing, you cringe because you know that they were not supposed to do that. But there were also some chairmen who were endorsing other candidates. But these chairmen who were doing the endorsements when I was there, they will tell the delegates that, look, I'm not supposed to do these endorsements, but I mean, this is a conviction that is so strong in me that, you know.
Conviction motivated by money.
He says the conviction is motivated by money. Look at him. He talked about money. The person who made the allegation about money, you know, because when you and Inusa were doing this, but you know, I was laughing. The person who made the allegation about money, he said that, oh, yeah, they also paid some. It's just that he thinks that what the other people paid was more.
That's an honest broker.
No. The confession of a brother.
So how much did
he came to equity with clean hands.
Where's the clean hands?
Oh, the admission.
Admission. Let me show you why there's no equity. The man is not seeking equity. He came and made accusation that some contestant had paid money. Yes. Then they asked him, so you didn't pay money? Oh, yeah, let me speak the truth. We also paid some. It's just that this is what they paid more. And we are supposed to be running with this. You all paid money. You all paid money.
Establishment paid more.
What it means is that, if somebody is first and you say that he paid bigger money,
yes,
and you were second, it means you also paid more money than the person who was third. And you were third, it means you also paid more money than the person who was fourth.
They paid more than the other 7.
Sorry?
They paid more than the other 7.
I'm saying that if you are going to rank, now since now so let's rank.
They were third on the money ranking.
So, let's do ranking by money, because there's an admission that yes, we all paid money, but these people paid more. So let's rank the money. So let's say Bamia paid more.
Yes.
By that,
he paid most.
Yeah, let's say paid most. Okay. Fine. And I like your English, finesse.
You went to Cambridge.
But you have a doctorate.
He went to Cambridge.
You have a doctorate. You have a doctorate. You have a doctorate. So we need to pay particular. So I'm saying that. So let's rank.
Yes.
What it means is that you who was second or third, you also paid more money than somebody.
Yes.
Yes. And so that's what we are faced with. What a joke. So, Inusa.
Yes.
When you are an established candidate.
No, establishment candidate.
When you are an established candidate,
don't want to go there.
Like John Mahama was,
okay,
like Baumia is.
The way is not. You're comparing to
you
different things.
You can do anything.
Let him finish the election first. Let him finish the November 4.
The November 4.
Before you can say he's an established
put the accolade on him.
But you would fight
yes.
that in the November 4 election,
yes,
the 68% will stretch
to 90 plus.
To at least 80 plus.
Okay.
Because the field is smaller.
You are not scared of the showdown?
That will be the showdown.
You are not scared of the showdown?
No, there will be a showdown.
Yes.
Yeah, but the showdown will be Bawumia showdown.
You mean you will be victorious?
Yes. Yes, so actually it's the Bawumia camp that's going to provide the showdown.
Oh, okay.
Yes, there will be a showdown.
So you will give the showdown a showdown?
I don't know who is the showdown.
Anyway, we need to take a break. When we return, 5 political parties have sent the EC to court over the limited registration exercise. Yesterday we showed you some data from 2012 when we went biometric. We have never had limited voter registration exercises in less than 6,000 places. This time round, the Electoral Commission, after not having this exercise for 3 years, says that it's going to be done in less than 300 places. 5 parties have gone to court. When we come back, we interrogate the issues and indeed whether that is the right forum for redress.
Ready for something refreshing and great tasting? For your kids' enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
For your graduation enjoyment?
Angel Cola.
Beach hangout?
Angel Cola.
For all your refreshing moments?
Angel Cola.
For your parties, get-togethers, events, and celebrations, enjoy a chilled bottle of Angel Cola.
Radio Grandma, today is your day. Over to you.
Thank you.
Enjoyment Cola.
Angel Cola. The Enjoyment Cola. Enjoy all your moments and fun time with Angel Cola. This advert is FDA approved.
Inside Black Star Press Limited. Grow inside the invective minds, evolving concepts, and the creative trends. The printing press you need now. Witness the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with our works. Inside Black Star Press Limited, in association with Lionhead Group of Companies. Call us now on 0200-880-000 for all your print works. Black Star Press Limited, a worldwide reputation for quality printing.
Betway is your gateway to a theme park full of gaming excitement. A whirlpool of wonder where your favorite games come to life. Where you can take to the skies with max payouts that reach into the millions. All in the palm of your hand. Visit betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. Betway is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18. Bet responsibly. Betway. Bet your way.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor, they say, but as humans, aging and physical infirmity stands our way of enjoying our mansions and homes. It often becomes challenging, if not impossible, to use our stairways day in, day out. With portable American pneumatic vacuum elevators, PVs, you are assured of unlimited enjoyment of your mansions and homes. It's a self-supported elevator for vertical movement of humans and goods at homes and offices. The original comes in 3 custom-made models with wheelchair accessibility. Call it luxury, but it's a necessary imperative for vertical mobility. Do not let aging or infirmity limit you. Get one for your easy vertical mobility at home. It's affordable and can be installed in just 3 days without modification to your existing building. It's however easier to incorporate it at the construction stage. We also have traditional Fuji elevators and escalators for your high-rise buildings and malls. Visit Lifts and Elevators Company Limited at Sakumono for your elevators nationwide. For free consultation to call or WhatsApp us on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators, the elevator people.
Sometimes the unexpected happens and the hero falls down in his own story. But he needs not stay down for long. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance is your trusted health partner. Whether an individual building a business, with Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern. For the best health insurance solutions for corporate institutions, groups and associations, families and individuals, choose Cosmopolitan Health Insurance from our over 700 accredited health service providers nationwide. Call us on 0302 540 668 or 0501 678 547 for all your health insurance solutions. Cosmopolitan Health Insurance, your medical care is our concern.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model, securing your safety, creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Step into success with Accra Business School. Boost your career with a prestigious MSc degrees from KNUST. Pick from Human Resource Management, Communication and International Relations, Public Affairs. In just 12 months, our MBA can be yours. Dive into our BSc programs in IT Security and Cybercrime, IT Management and Business and Management, endorsed by top universities in Ireland and Wales. We offer flexible entry, payment and learning options. It's time to unlock your potential and take flight. Visit www.abs.edu.gh or dial 0263 888 555. Let Accra Business School elevate your future today.
Over 18 years in business, Appointed Time Printing Limited has delivered quality service to some of Ghana's well-known brands. With our equipment capacity, we are able to deliver 1,500 pieces of polo and t-shirts in 1 hour. This is only possible with us. For retailers and wholesalers, we offer for sale high-quality polo shirts and t-shirts in different colors at affordable prices. We have a one-stop shop for all creative designs and billboards, 3D signages, flexi banners, car branding, stickers and posters. Locate us at the old GNTC building near Swansea Shopping Arcade, Accra. Contact us on 0501 454165, 0501 454167. Connect with us on Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Appointed Time GH. Appointed Time Printing Limited. Our printing is a
Masanabo, Masanaba. Say, you see, you go cashless. Say, cashless, yeah. You say, you can be a issue office. You see, the power up or back. And also, another will be beer. Set up auto credit. Set up auto credit and no one issue. So, what problem be a person using for after he answer over power up. So, and one on to us and be up. So, only smartphone and money how. And there's only data and so and it's unique every. And one said, who bring your young phone. Oh, sorry. Open your phone. No one direct star 226 hash. You are through there. You see the power app no mobile money, Visa card, Mastercard, a BHB you let me say you see the power app. But what to show a down some simple
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Still with me on the show, I have Nana Akumia and Inusa Abdullah Bista Fuseni. All right, so the Makers Electronics Company Limited is asking me to remind you that there's still up to 67% discount on selected appliances from brands such as Samsung, LG Moved, Nasco, TCL, Media, and Toshiba. And these are quality but affordable with 2-year manufacturer defect warranty. So visit the showrooms of the Makers Electronics Company Limited at Taifa Burkina Highway, Amasaman Zongo Junction, Accra-Tema and Boga Junction, Kaswa New Market, Ashaman Valco Flats, Kumasi Ahinima Kokobin, Takrade Fiekuman number 9 Market. Or you can reach the Makers Electronics Company Limited on 055-222-2253 or 055-222-2254. The Makers Electronics Company Limited, large and in charge with quality but affordable home appliances and consumer electronics. Terms and conditions do apply. And if you're thinking about printing, Black Star Press Limited is the latest printing press facility in Ghana with a state-of-the-art equipment to help you grow your business. Black Star Press Limited helps you to invent the beauty, diversity, and natural wonder with your works. Black Star Press is the printing press you need to get all your unique jobs done on time with perfection. It's associated with the Lionhead Group of companies with a worldwide reputation for quality printing. You can reach the Black Star Press Limited on 0200-880-000 for your orders. At Black Star Press Limited, we print everything printable except money. And it's happening tomorrow, ahead of the Ghana Premier League. This is the 2023 IMG League Cup Ghana Premier League edition, and it's happening tomorrow morning, 9th of September at the Accra-Tema Astro-Turf Park. So whether you're a Phobian, a Kotoko fan, an Accra Great Olympics fan, a fan of Samatex, Heart of Lions, Stanobo Fakwa, or any of the other clubs, come and take part in this tournament to usher in the 2023-2024 Ghana Premier League season. And like I said, it's happening this Saturday, the 9th of September. That's tomorrow at the Accra-Tema Astro-Turf Park. So let's come score some goals and find out who wins the bragging rights with other attractive prizes. All fans are to register with a leadership of your fan base and come be a participant. Every member of the public is also invited. It's tomorrow, 7 a.m., from 7 a.m. at the Accra-Tema Astro-Turf. Don't miss the 2023 edition of the IMG League Cup, the GPL edition. Okay, so, Honorable Fuseni, 5 political parties, including your party, the NDC, is taking the Electoral Commission to court. These other political parties, apart from yours, held a presser after the announcement by the EC. And they made the point that the EC met them. The EC told them about this plan. They objected to it. The EC said that it was going to get back to them. The next thing they heard was the EC's official announcement. Your party has also issued a statement, both the minority in parliament and the party itself, objecting to this. As the discussions go on, I mean, your party is going to court. A couple of days earlier, your flag bearer also had a Facebook Live interaction where he also raised issues with the flag bearer. Yesterday, I also put out a document that's been put out by the former executive secretary of the NIA, Kwame Griffiths, where he also used data to establish why he thinks that what the Electoral Commission is seeking to do is very, very wrong and should be stopped. Why have you gone to court? And what do you seek to get out of court? And even in going to court, I hear some of your people raising issues about some excuses given by the registrar in terms of fixing the case and all that, using the absence of the CJ from Accra as an excuse.
So thank you so very much, Randy. Ghana is a democratic country.
Yes.
So we have chosen multi-party democracy as the route in determining the leadership of a country. And so every opportunity must be given to all Ghanaians to determine who becomes our leader and which party manages the affairs of this country for a period of time. It's also important to state that the Electoral Commission has announced that the commencement of the limited registration exercise will start on Tuesday, 12th of September 2023. Now, NDC, and 4 other parties. The Convention People's Party, All People's Party, Liberal Party of Ghana, and the Great Consolidated People's Party have gone to court to restrain the Electoral Commission from carrying out the exercise of limited registration on the basis of their projected or even announced agenda. That is limiting the registration exercise to district offices of the Commission. Now we have about 265 district offices of the Electoral Commission. Now what the Electoral Commission is saying that about 300, the conventional estimates put those who are qualified to engage in this limited registration to about 3 million people, because they've not done that for the past 2 years. And so what the Electoral Commission is saying is simply that anybody who wants to be a voter and cast his vote in the 2024 elections must trek to the district offices of the Electoral Commission closer to that person to be able to be captured onto the register. We are thinking that is unfair, it's unlawful, and to some extent unconstitutional. Now let me start from the unconstitutional bit, and it's important for everybody to understand that the Constitution in Article 42 makes it clear 3 conditions for you to get onto the register. You must be a Ghanaian, you must be 18 years and above, and you must be of sound mind. Now all other requirements captured in CI 191 and CI 126 as amended is CI 191 as amended is to facilitate the effective and efficient implementation of Article 42. And in a democracy, the right to be registered as a voter and to participate in public elections and referenda is so fundamentally right that nothing should be done to frustrate the enjoyment of their rights. In fact, and you could see that all over the years since Jean Mensa took office, she and her other electoral commissioners have been working tirelessly to restrict the enjoyment of this right. To restrict the enjoyment of this right. And that is a matter for what I had thought, that as an electoral management body, the electoral management body must be working towards the expansion and the accessibility to Ghanaians who want to take part in the democratic process, register freely, and conduct the elections in such a way they are given access to the polling stations to cast their votes to determine the leadership of the country, and not make it near impossible for persons who have turned 18 and who want to be captured onto the register to be captured. Sometimes it appears to me that the Electoral Commission is acting as if they are a law unto themselves. And so when they do certain things and take certain decisions, no one can question. They believe that no one can question them. And the case in mind is the use of the Ghana card as the sole primary document for getting onto the register. Many people, including civil society organizations, have said that if you limit the qualification in criteria for getting onto the register to the Ghana card, you might be inadvertently excluding many people who will not have the Ghana card, but who are Ghanaians and who must be registered to vote. But it's adamant. And
at least in this exercise, they're doing that in the guarantor system.
Yes. It's adamant for the main elections. But, well, they've not been able to bring. Why they are doing that is that because of the standoff between Parliament and the Electoral Commission, they've not been able to bring a CI to Parliament to legitimize what they wanted to do. Because Parliament itself has taken a stance against that. And so they are still operating with the existing CI, which allows for that. Now, the regulations, Regulation 2, 1, and 2 of the CI 191 as amended says that the Electoral Commission is enjoined to expand access to people who want to get registered onto the register. Their regulations, what guides them in the performance. So, what considerations have gone into restricting that the implementation of that very regulation? What conditions what considerations have gone into that? Now, those considerations are giving the impression that the Electoral Commission is working to make sure the persons who otherwise would be voting are limited to the numbers that were prevalent in the 2020 elections that were available, and so that can make some justification for the rigging of the election in favor of a political party. Because we know the register as existed in 2020 and how the votes went. So if we are able to limit the number of people who will get onto the register in addition to those who are already there, you can, but through extrapolation, you can make certain deductions and conclusions. Political parties have said no. Why? It's a civic duty, Randy. Ghanaians 18 and above have the right to be registered. Why do you impose further cost on them to travel long distances to register district offices to register as voters? Why will you do that? Are you going to pay the fares for them? How are they going to get the money? Okay, so those who don't have the money, what happens? Who pays for them to go and be registered? Are you, by the administrative decision, restricting the enjoyment of that right? And are you right by using administrative procedures to restrict the enjoyment of a fundamental constitutional right? And that is why the parties, the four parties, are in court. They are in court to demonstrate to the court that the decision of the Electoral Commission is not only unconstitutional in terms of Article 42 of the Constitution and Article 45E of the Constitution, but it also violently violates and flouts the regulations made under the relevant constitutional provisions, that is the CI 91 as amended, and to demand declarations in court compelling the Electoral Commission to expand the registration centers to include the electoral areas. An electoral area, for the purposes of our viewers, is areas that elect one assemblyman. An electoral area is an area that elects one assemblyman. And why do we say it should be limited to electoral areas? There is a high probability that because all the people in that electoral area work to elect an assemblyman, they know each other. And so knowing each other means if a foreign person comes into the electoral area and presents him or herself as a potential prospective registrant, they are not sure that that person is from that electoral area, they can challenge the registration of that person. But if we are saying the district offices, the district office will contain many electoral areas. So you are not able to tell. So if they pass people from somewhere into the district office, you are not able to tell which electoral area that they come from. So you will see that there will be some level of gerrymandering and electoral tampering of the register within various electoral areas and constituencies to be able to do what we call gerrymandering. And that is why we think, and that's why the leader of the party, NDC party, made that statement that there should be expansion and an expansion into electoral areas to enable people, one, accessibility. It's not far. All of us congregate at one polling station to elect an assemblyman, so let's all go there, put the electoral, and we in the past have done that. I mean, your statistics that you refer to, I mean,
both under Dr. Farijan and under Madam Charlotte say they did not use less than 6,000.
We were registered at electoral areas.
Yeah, 6,000.
6,000. Yeah, electoral areas. And so why they now want to limit it to 265?
Especially when we've not had one for 3 years.
Yes. Yeah. So you see, so that's why we are saying that do that. One, it affords. I mean, it's going to be that expensive. People are going to be able to access the electoral area and register. Two, it offers party agents who are critical to the integrity of elections, to the opportunity to challenge.
So what do you want the court to do? To tell them that
to
they are wrong,
that what they have done,
them to do
what they have done violates not only Article 42 of the Constitution, but their own regulations.
But there is expected to start on the 12th.
No, they are not even. The registration exercise is supposed to start on the 12th. So there's a conspiracy here. We are detecting a conspiracy of sorts. Because when they went to file the application, they filed it on the yesterday 7th at 2:30 p.m.
Yes.
When they filed, the registrar of the court said that the Madam Chief Justice was not
was out of Accra.
Was out of Accra, so they could not give a return date.
Yes. For
the interlocutory injunction.
What is a return date?
Return date is when the application will be heard.
Will be heard. Okay. So that determination will be made when?
So it is Monday that the court will give a return date.
So Thursday is gone, so Friday will be gone, and then Monday. So
you are left with Tuesday going. And they're starting the exercise on Tuesday. So you see the conspiracy? So they are working to frustrate.
Could it be a mere coincidence?
What coincidence?
Mere coincidence.
Why? When the Chief Justice is not there, nobody can give an assigned case.
I thought the responsibilities are always delegated.
Delegated. They're supposed to be those. Somebody must be acting instead of the Chief Justice if the Chief Justice is not available.
You cannot be speaking about justice delivery and say that in the absence of the CJ.
That's a failure of the system. That's a failure of the system. If you say the Chief Justice is not there, so we can't give a return date, it means that your system is failed. Okay? Without the Chief Justice, this will grind to a halt.
Right.
And we are saying that this application is so important that it's like a quit-temet injunction now. That look, if nothing is done, gross injustice will be perpetrated against the people of the Republic, and particularly those who are 18 years and above, and who are entitled to be registered as voters pursuant to Article 42 of the Constitution to register. And that we need to stop this injustice and make it available to these people.
Right. Now, why do we make either to simple things complex in this country?
Well, Randy, even I'm listening to my brother. And if you say that there's a problem with the system, particularly with the courts, the fixing of the date for the hearing, because these things are time-bound, isn't it? So you'd expect the court to be sensitive to the time-bound nature. So if you say that there's a difficulty with the process as they have, or even if the system has failed as far as the timely hearing of your case, I can understand. But if you say there's a conspiracy, I have a difficulty. Because a conspiracy in whose favor? I don't know if registering at the district level disadvantages somebody or gives advantage. I don't know. Because
it disadvantages the Ghanaian.
It disadvantages the Ghanaians. But also when you say there's a conspiracy,
it gives the district level.
Yeah, but a conspiracy to do what?
To frustrate the system.
For what purpose?
Oh, well, don't to them.
So get away from that kind of thing. You can say that the system is not working in terms of a certain timely reaction to the issue. That's fine, but don't do those your things. Now, Randy, because the issue is in court, what it means is that there's something that has to be interpreted. That's why it's in court. So I would wish for a very timely determination of the matter in court. The NDC, the parties, did we invite my party to join?
All the parties apart from your party.
So my party is the establishment party.
Well, your party is the party that is not against what the electoral commission is doing.
Now that has been established.
Oh, nah.
What are his other names? The other names that you mentioned.
Okay, you want all of them?
Refer.
No.
Okay.
Abdullahi Bistav.
You have to question why he's hiding these names for 30 years.
No. I'm not hiding the names. You were my colleague in parliament. You ought to have known that.
If you hadn't hidden it, how come nobody knew?
No, everybody knew that That was my name, except that you others decided that you settle on English subsidy. That's my official name. Has been my official name.
Okay, so I'm a little disappointed that you didn't invite my party to be part of this, because really it doesn't gives an advantage or a disadvantage to any party, but you want it to have a certain mass participation, which is fine, which will benefit every party. Okay, so I would like the court to pronounce on this. I think that the matter boils down to coming down from the district level to the electoral area level. So if you take my constituency, you say Okaikwe South, as a district, there's one office of the Electoral Commission at Kaneshi. The constituency has Kaneshi, Awudomen, North Kaneshi, Tesano, Nkrumah Circle, Aveno, Bubuashi, and so on. So even in Accra, where transport connectivity is easier, so you have to travel from North Kaneshi to go to Kaneshi, which is far.
Yeah. Or Aveno. Or Tesano. Or Tesano.
Aveno or Tesano to come to Kaneshi social welfare. They call it social welfare. Close to the Kaneshi market. So it's far. So what you are calling for is that it should be moved from Kaneshi social welfare for the whole constituency or district to the electoral areas. Now the electoral areas are North Kaneshi, which they call Mukose. Then there is 3 electoral areas in Bubuashi. So there's Bubui, there's Kancham. Where your school, that place is Bubuashi proper.
Yeah.
Then up there, Control Market area, and then there's Bubui. Then there is Aigbetown or Kancham. So 3 electoral areas. Then there's also Gonte, which is Circle, up to Aveno, up to Abekan Junction, all that area is Gonte, North Industrial area, and so on. So those are the 6 electoral areas. So what you are calling for is that the thing should come down to the electoral areas. Okay. I mean, like I'm saying, the more it comes down closer to the people, the better the participation.
And it appears that, you see, over the years, what we've been doing is to improve.
Yeah.
Is to improve.
Yeah.
It begs imagination as to how come from when we went biometric in 2012, we have been doing it at 6,000 centers.
Which means coming down to the electoral.
And yet now we want to limit it to 200 and something.
What, like
from
I
6,000.
I am for a process.
And even with the numbers involved, 3 million.
I am for a process that will bring it down. Make it more accessible. There shouldn't be a problem or debate about this. What I have heard the Electoral Commission say, and I'm sure this is the case they are going to also present in court. I don't know how the court will evaluate, but what I've heard the Electoral Commission say is that they are doing this limited registration for essentially new people who have turned 18. In preparation for the district assembly elections. And the district assembly elections are happening this year, isn't it?
Yeah. November.
Okay. In November. And so they are constrained with time. They are saying that you need to finish all the registration within a certain time before the elections, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. I think 2 months before the elections. You need to finish. You can't do any more new registrations 2 months to the elections. So they are constrained with time. And so that's why they want to do this thing at one center per constituency. And this is for the district assembly elections. That is saying that next year, which is 2024, they will keep the district offices open for the whole year. So that would afford people a lot more time to be able to register. So next year they will keep the district office. Even that one, they didn't say, I didn't hear them say they'll bring it down to the electoral areas. but they will still maintain the registration at the district office, one office, but it will be for the whole year. So there's a lot of time for anybody who wants to register to take the trouble to go and register. So that is their point. I'm sure this is the point of making at the courts. I don't know how the courts would evaluate it. But it occurs to me, Randy, that even at to stretch the argument, even at the electoral area level, so if you take North Kaneshie, which is in electoral terms, is Mukose electoral area. So North Kaneshie, you have the Esado guest house area. It's quite a huge area, even North Kaneshie. And it stretches from which landmark? There is Meridian Chemist, now it's been changed. All that area to the last stop of North Kaneshie, and then to the CMB flats, then going up to the CMB road. It's all North Kaneshie. There are about 14 polling stations in North Kaneshie, if I remember. Maybe it's gone up. So you can also make the argument that maybe you should come down to the polling stations.
You should rather be expecting that from 6,000, where perhaps we'll be moving to 10,000, 12,000.
But the logistics and so on. But anyway, what I have heard them say is that because of the time, because of the district assembly, but then they should have started earlier, if that's the way. So let's see how it goes.
All right.
And maybe to money. Some of these things can be very expensive. But I'm sure that I'm sure the NDC.
We have a lot. We have a lot.
We can always find it.
You can even ask for a loan from CCMB.
We have $250 million to build.
No, we can ask for a loan.
But as usual, I mean, you know your people, the NDC, as they are making all of this, they are feverishly preparing for their registration.
You don't want them.
No.
You don't want them.
No. First of all, you need to understand.
They will be stupid not to.
Oh, but we are not being inconsistent. We are saying, look, all our members should afford themselves the opportunity to register, whether at the electoral office or what. I mean, or if it is limited to a district office.
But the ability of the EC must be stopped.
Yes.
Okay.
But you are feverishly preparing.
We need to go. Today happens to be the birthday of a man who was a NUC's president.
Yes.
He was NUC's president.
Yes.
He was minority leader. I'm not too sure if he's the longest serving minority leader. But he was also a cabinet minister.
Yes.
And he's the owner of football clubs as well.
Yes.
The Honorable Haruna Idrisu. Today is his birthday.
Oh,
yes. Great. MP for Tamale South.
Yes.
Today is the Honorable Haruna Idrisu.
So I think that it's proper for me to use your platform to wish him a happy birthday. I mean, talking a new a milestone in your life has never been an easy feat. Haruna has been a consummate politician. I mean, since his student days, when he galvanized all of us into demonstrating against government when government was not performing in the view, and especially in the user fees, against the user fees. I myself came into contact with him in our student politics on the campus of the University of Ghana, and subsequently joined him in Parliament. He's not the longest serving member of a minority leader. Backbone was the longest serving minority leader. He stayed all the time.
All the 8 years.
All the 8 years. But he's done his best in Parliament.
Okay, he did 6.
He did 6.
Has done 6.
Yeah. He's done
in fact, 6 he's done 6.
Yes. But whatever be the case, that the fact that he did 6 and not 8 doesn't reduce his contribution to parliamentary democracy.
You wouldn't rank the contribution.
I won't rank the contribution. Doesn't actually.
No, he's done the ranking. He says Bagbin did 8. He did 6. So he's
but he says that still his contribution is solid.
It's solid.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's solid.
So he's not ranking them.
It's solid. It's solid. And let me say that whatever diabolical actions Nana Akumia is taking will not reduce the contribution of Haruna Idrisu.
You can't rank it.
My brother, I will rank it.
But you want to rank somebody?
Yes, MPPs. I will rank MPPs.
And he's been MP for what?
Since 2004. Since 2004.
So it's about
he
finishing
contested the 2004 elections and went to parliament in 2005.
Next year will be 20 years.
Next year will be 20
He entered with you?
No, he entered
before you.
2 years later. I joined him.
He went in by-election.
By-election. Okay. So on this auspicious day of life, let me wish the former minority leader, the member of parliament for the Tamil South constituency, the former ranking member of the communications, and he did a lot for communication as well. For communication.
Former comms minister, former employment minister.
Wish him.
He was a national youth organizer as well.
National youth organizer. At that time, he made me National Youth Working Committee member.
Hey.
I was staying president at the University of Ghana.
Okay.
So I've been with him for quite some time. I wish him good health, long life, and prosperity.
He's the owner of Karela FC.
Yes.
A Premier League club in
Yes.
Ghana.
Aruna has never abandoned his association with the youth.
Yeah.
And so even in Tamale, on Saturdays and Sundays, you will find him at
I hear they play soccer at the Aliu Mama Stadium.
Okay. Yes, you will find him there playing with his teammates.
Okay.
And so,
he lived in your constituency for a long time.
I think he's still living there.
Oh, okay.
Unless he's left. He has some.
And can sit. He can sit at the gate.
Yes, he sits at the gate
without security.
When he has a bit of mullah,
What's
he sits
mullah?
at the gate.
Okay.
When the mullah is not too,
he doesn't. He enters. He enters his.
What's mullah? What's mullah?
Money.
Because when you sit at the gate,
pressure.
It comes with his own pressure when he goes in.
Honorable. Take something small.
But yes, of course. I mean, we've all known Haruna. You can't talk about the Fourth Republic leadership without mentioning Haruna. I've worked with him. Quite interesting man. And he went into politics at quite a young age, same as me. So I can identify with his progress. A little that, as you were mentioning his contributions to the party, youth organization, so I'm a little sad that you conspired to remove him from his position as a minority leader. He himself said so. That is a conspiracy to remove it. Now,
this time you are using the conspiracy.
Now, I'm just using your ranking of contributions to the. But congratulations are in order for us. If I happen to be in the constituency today, I'll pass by this place. A friend of mine called Emilia runs this guest house called Sado. Now, she said I should tell you when apparently you had said that Bawumia is being favored to protect Akufo-Addo. You say that when Mills was brought to succeed Rawlings, was it to protect Rawlings? And so take that.
Okay.
So he's heard me.
Emilia
has heard me. Emilia, the actions of Nana Akufo-Addo are so clear.
Yeah.
Rawlings was not that corrupt.
All right, let's go.
Was not that corrupt.
Let's go. So a big happy birthday once again to the Honorable Haruna Idrisu, my very good friend and brother leader. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. You're greatly admired and loved. And Mrs. Gifty Asuele also, Dami, you share this birthday with the Honorable Haruna Idrisu. So happy birthday to you, too, Mrs. Gifty Asuele Usu Odami, from your husband, Samuel Odami of Multimedia, and then the children, Jaden and Jada, as well. We couldn't look at the turmoil in the Ghana Police Service, but I've just had information that apparently the IGP recused himself from the decisions on the interdiction and the reversal of the interdiction. Anyway, I'm sure because he was an interested party, or he had been mentioning it. All right, up next, GMG Trends.
For over 20 years of serving the world with herbal and alternative medicine, we've been successful in treating complicated medical conditions with a perfect combination of herbal and alternative methods of treatments like homeopathy, naturopathy, reflexology, and many more. We deliver excellent and effective service to people from all walks of life through scientific and traditional means. We have a well-equipped laboratory with advanced diagnostic and treatment devices to help detect your illness, so we know the right medication to be given. At Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital, we are proud manufacturers of our own herbal medication. Our zeal and passion to save lives with our patients at heart and outstanding achievements since 1996 has won us several awards. That is why we say, go herbal, go Amen. We are located everywhere in all the regions. Amen Scientific Herbal and Alternative Medical Hospital. Allahu Shafi, God is the He.
My son, there's more blessing in giving than receiving. When you fear for and couple the makers in
The pneumatological aberration of the Lord revealed unto me this night that me and my household should go out into the world and bless the world.
Makers Electronics Company Limited. Up to 67% discount. Our selected appliances.
This is what I call quintessential immaculatability.
The Makers Electronics Company Limited. Taifa Burkina Highway. Amasama Zongo Junction. At the K Pharmacy Dining. Accra-Tema Boga Junction. Ashaman Valco Flat. Kumasi. Ahinema Kokobin. Asafu Bwachi Hospital Junction.
Number 9 Market.
Mom and Dad about the Makers Blessing Attack program.
From 0552 222 253 and 0552 222 254.
Terms and conditions apply.
The same got to move. Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Time to check out what is trending on social media with Desi, the star boy. Now, Desi, look.
Yes, you remember the 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz team of Kita Secondary School?
Yeah.
And the young man who was part of the team.
Lutrot.
Yes, who lost his life at the age of 19.
Yeah.
Okay, so sadly, his funeral is this particular weekend.
This weekend, yes.
So there's a pre-burial service, which is actually today at the community center, Community 1, Tema.
Yes.
Okay.
Look, actually, he lived in my area, Bethlehem.
Okay.
So it was just when the thing happened that people started telling me, texting that, oh, there was a day you're back there. No, I didn't know.
James Kwabla,
yes.
Dem Lutrot.
Lutrot, yeah.
Popularly known as Papa J.
Papa J. He was a smart kid. I saw an interview when he was in University of Ghana.
Died at 19.
Yeah. When he had some really great things in mind that he wanted to do for himself.
But it's really sad that it's come to this. We can only commiserate with the family.
So it's this weekend. So the pre-burial is today, from 9 a.m. So it started.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then the funeral and burial service will be tomorrow at the Kita Senior High Technical Park, and then it will be buried at the Vui Government Cemetery also there. Very sad, very sad. Promising life, but God knows best. We can only commiserate with the family and ask for divine strength for the parents, siblings, and other members of the family. Very, very tragic.
Tragic one. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So on that note, it's Friday, but James has already given us a. But today, yesterday the Black Stars, I predicted 3-0. But 3 goals.
You got 3 goals.
3 goals correct. If I was an investor and I'd invested, I'd have cashed out, and then I do take his 10%. But there were 3 goals, but only 2 came for the Black Stars after coming back from a goal down and winning that game. And after the game, a lot of encouraging messages for Antoine Semenyo, whom a lot of people said changed the game when he came in, and he's been having the buzz on social media, trending this morning. The Bournemouth player looks like he's in some good form, even for his club also. So that's him on your screen. Someone says that this performance by Semenyo shows in that cameo against Carr are things he's constantly doing for Bournemouth this season. An aggressive presser, brilliant ball carrier, runs relentlessly and can pick up a pass. So those are some of the comments coming, Doc. I mean, no surprise, right?
For Semenyo,
yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
But
he's in good form.
Leave my Iñaki alone. People are after Iñaki Williams like that. Please, he will come good. He will come good. He will come good. But of course, Bugri Nabu is trending also.
And you see, Iñaki and Semenyo are different players.
Yes.
They're different players.
Yeah. Different players, different styles and all that. So congratulations to the Black Stars making it to the next African Cup of Nations set to be held in the Ivory Coast. And of course, Bugri Nabu is trending also. We all know everything that's been happening. A lot of comments about him on social media. I'm African some about him. So has the OSP heard that the IGP paid Bugri Nabu's 10,000 Ghana cedis every month for no work done? Isn't this corruption or corruption related activities? From Real Classic writing that. And John also writing that about Bugri Nabu there. So as the 3 have been interdicted, a lot more, as we understand, have been reviewed, coming out. So we'll see what would happen in the coming days. So Doc, today, yeah, so that's it for today. But Doc, I'll say our camera guy.
The coach.
Yes, coach.
He's a football coach.
Yes. He says today is his wife's birthday.
Hey.
In a message, happy birthday to a woman who is the best of everything. Wife, mother, lover, and friend. While we sing happy birthday to you, I want you to know that my love for you is true. Happy birthday to you, Mrs. Ophelia Alote Osei, from your wonderful husband, Richard Nana Osei. Cochito Lava Boy.
Mrs. Osei, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Osei.
Yes. So tomorrow we are going to Accra-Tema AstroTurf. It is the IMG League Cup. We're doing the GPL edition of it, and so come with your Hearts jersey, Kotoko jersey, Olympics jersey, Mando Hearts of Lions jersey, Karela United jersey, whatever one that you have. Come and let's play together at the Adrian School Park early in the morning. Just come and let's have fun as we prepare for the Bet Power Premier League. So that's it for the trends today. My name is Desifredi, the Star Boy, and we'll catch you on the other side. Yep.
All right. So have a great weekend.
Thank you, Doc. This weekend I get plenty things to do.
Oh, how?
Yeah.
You had a lot to do the previous weekend. You should be resting.
If we sleep, we don't get that.
Are you emceeing?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So
so I'll be doing the Face of Nook's grand finale today.
Hey.
And tomorrow I'll be doing the Ghana Education Awards.
Hey.
So
I see.
Yeah, so
I'm sure by Monday you'll get an invoice from Ken Oferiata. Anyway, so that will be it for this week's edition of Good Morning Ghana. Up next, Metro Sports.